What's up? I haven't been on the camera for probably a day. I think I made a video yesterday or maybe the day before. Today is the 11th of June 2023. It's like 7 o'clock. I'm sitting at a gas station right now over in, oh my god, Mount Vernon. I'm in Mount Vernon, Illinois. I'm in southern Illinois right now, which I'll get to that later. But hell, I'll get to it now. Fuck it, that's what's going on right now. I'm gonna try not to ramble on this video because I know there's a lot of points that I wanted to hit, but my mind's kind of all over the place. I recently had a death in the family. Basically my second dad. I had 3 dads. They were all brothers. Not my dad, but they treated my dad like a brother, and they all treated me like their daughter. And he passed away, which means that all 3 of them now are all passed away. So that happened on Tuesday. Today is Sunday. And I've been with my family. I was trying to stay for the service, but there's a lot of things going on with like autopsy and records and everything that comes along with people passing away, and the oldest son to arrange everything. So he's going through a lot. So I was mostly there for him because we grew up together. We're literally the same age. He's like 3 or 4 months younger than me. He's about to be 34, and I can tell that it was rough for him. So I stayed as long as he needed me, and you know, he told me that the funeral won't be able to probably happen until 2 weeks from now, the week of Father's Day, the week after, like the week end of Father's Day. So after that, you know, so like 2 weeks from now. And unfortunately I won't be able to stay. I wasn't able to stay because of funds. So I'm grateful that I was able to be there for him. So I'm not gonna make this a super long video. So yeah, my first instinct was to drive down to Tunica, Mississippi, where my aunt lives, because my aunt was cousins with his father, who passed away, and we were all close, and I just, you know, I thought that would be a good idea. I haven't talked to my sister yet. She's kind of going through some things. It's all kind of happening at once, and a lot of it's like, I'm seeing a theme. I'm seeing a car theme. The big point is like there's like a car theme. There is a police corruption theme. Chicago Police Department, corrupt. That literally has a light code of 333. Just putting that in there. So that it's like put in place. It's there. The code is there. Corruption within the police. People with terrible driving, and a lot of rain. A lot of fucking rain. A lot of rain. It's been raining heavy. In like every state. Mostly every state. It's been a very wet season, which is good, you know. There's also a lot of, there's NPC codes that's like trickling out of my family. I feel like I'm like in like the Wizard of Oz, where like it's like a facade that's going on, and we don't know what's going on behind the curtains. And then like when you show up, when you tell someone that you're gonna show up, like with this, you know, a certain period of time, they're like, yo, I'm the Wiz, you know. But if you give someone like a shorter window of time, or even if you give them the same amount of time, but you know, just like their code is slipping or their program is slipping or something, you know, there's glitches in their programming, and like you come and they're like, huh, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain, and they're giving you this big old like facade, like And now I'm like I'm seeing these NPC codes just like bust out of my family members, like real hardcore stuff, without like getting too personal, because I know a lot of them actually watch my channel. I know I'm going to upload this video because I've decided to just say fuck it with my family, he's basically my uncle, but he's my cousin. He's my mom's cousin, so he's my cousin. With the passing and everything that's happening with my family and the energy around my family right now, I need to have these videos up, you know, like because it's a way to connect, either with them or with someone else or whatever, you know, until YouTube explodes and like none of these videos will matter, you know. But in the meantime, yeah, real NPC-ish energy around my family. I mean, I don't want to compare it, but I kind of have to. Comparing it to Colorado love, when I came in the state, I gave them a week notice. I gave like 3 people like a 6 or 5 day notice that I was coming, right? My sister has known that I was coming for months, for basically since I left. We'd already basically planned it out. And I've told them I really didn't want to drive out there, mainly because of the 2,000 miles that I've put on my van already. Well, even more than that now, because I'm all the way in Mount Vernon. But, you know, so it's just like weird coding. I didn't get the same kind of welcoming energy. And right now I was on my way, literally, I'm 300 miles outside of Mississippi, and I was on my way to see my aunt, and I told her that I'd be there sometime tomorrow, and she said that she's, you know, staying an hour away from her place right now with a friend, helping them out. So I'm sorry that I couldn't, you know, I'm sorry, I'll miss you this time, you know. And like instantly I was just like, wow, my aunt is I like less hurt or anything, like don't, yeah, that's kind of whatever. But you know, I only gave her like what, 12-hour notice, you know, if I take my time. So I get that. It's just like the coding behind it doesn't really add up. It's not really something that I kind of expected from someone who less than 5 days ago lost their cousin, who was like a father to me, and spontaneously, or yeah, spontaneous, but yeah, I did think of her, and I felt like she needed the support, I needed the support, we needed each other. And this is what we need family more than ever right now, right? Trying to get all like, you know, gung-ho about this family thing, because up until Thursday I didn't realize it was more than like 4 people who I haven't seen, who have been avoiding me since I got into the state. So a lot of family drama going on right now, and I'm just trying to decode it all. And I'm driving. That was basically like the heavy part of it. I know I'm dragging on this video, but a lot of family drama that I'm decoding right now, that I'm gonna eventually make another video on my, you know, revelations. I did have a mini revelation about, you know, feeling like a burden, on how subconsciously, like you just like traumatized, you feel like a burden, you feel, you know, like in the way, or like you're not worthy of love, because, or you have to earn it. You're not, you know, not just for just being alive, you know, because someone made you feel guilty for being born. So like, yeah, all this compounded guilt from my childhood is now like resurfacing, you know, about the times when, you know, my mom told me that I should have been aborted, or that I was an accident, that I'm not supposed to be here, making me feel guilty for being born. And like and now like it's like manifested, it's like turned into like, now in my adulthood, like I have codependency issues, I have abandonment issues, I have you know, just feeling like I'm a burden. I sat in my van for like 30 minutes yesterday because I didn't want to overwhelm my cousin, and you know, he kind of took that personally, you know. just like, why should you feel overwhelmed with your family? You know what I mean? Why should you feel in the way with people who love you? So I'm dealing with all that right now. That's currently what's going on. In a nutshell. I know I'm like, but to wrap this video up, I think it was great. So for about a year now, I got like a quarter of mushrooms like a year ago. Last year when I went to Colorado, they're legalized in Colorado, magic mushrooms. So my friend, as a welcoming present, because that's how people welcome people when they care about them or they love them, or, you know, they at least have their best interest in mind or something, you know, like, I ain't never been not welcomed with something when I go to Colorado. I'm not even from there. I'm from Chicago. I'm from Chicago, and it's always, it's mostly love. This time was like the only time where it didn't sit right with me, with my spirit. Even before I found out about my cousin passing away. And then I started decoding and just started seeing that, like, maybe it's never been. Anyway, I'm sidetracking again. But a year ago, I got a quarter of mushrooms, right? So I did about half of them. Got like an eighth left of mushrooms that's been sitting in my car for a year. And I just discovered them. Actually, I discovered them months ago, one time when I was cleaning out my van, and decided that I would take them, and then sat on them for another few months, and then decided that I was going to give them away, and then sat on them for another few months. And then I was like, you know, I'm consciously going to make an effort to give these mushrooms away, because I'm not going to eat these mushrooms now. And so I'm sitting here with my Colorado plates in the gas station, you know, basically about to cross the Mississippi River, and these two guys, you know, a black dude and a white dude, walk up to me, and they're asking me if I know where to get weed, which is flattering, because, like, cool. I want to look like that person who knows where to get some bomb-ass weed, right? I don't. Not here. I was like, they saw my plates, they saw my dreads, and they were like, she knows where to get some weed. And they were like, we're from Oklahoma. We're traveling through. We're from Oklahoma, and that dispensary over there is closed at 6. It's like about to be 7. What kind of dispensary closes at 6? Ones that are, you know, are in motherfucking Mount Vernon, Illinois. So I was like, no, man, I don't. All I got is personal. But here, I've been waiting for a special person to give this to, waiting for a good opportunity. And I know I have, because I left it from I took it from back there and I put it in my front seat. I literally been riding passenger side with a bag of mushrooms for like about a month now, trying to give it away to the right person. I was like, I don't want to just give it to someone who looks like they're already like strung out on something. You know, I'm not trying to like enable anybody. But two perfectly healthy guys walking down the street. They went to go get some hot dogs, some Chicago dogs, even though we're nowhere near Chicago. We're about 200 miles outside of Chicago. Yeah. And they were geeked. It was like literally like a pinch of mushrooms, and it's been sitting in my car for a year. At least a year. So I thought that was great. I thought that was funny. And they just walked over to hot dogs. They're probably planning their beautiful night. I was like, I hope it's good for you, man. You know? So that was cool. That was a little cherry topping. I've been saving those mushrooms. I'm gonna tell my friend about it, because it's like, I've been fucking trying to give away these mushrooms for fucking. But yeah, that's what I got right now. Trying to stay positive. Trying to like really stay awake here. Really. And I'm not even just talking about physically, because I am kind of tired. But I'm like tripped out just by these like behaviors from my family right now. It's just family drama that I gotta push through and work through, that I'm gonna do. So all right, thanks for watching. I don't have a Facebook anymore, so follow me on Instagram at purist.adventure, PURIST.adventure. I'm not really posting on there right now, but I'll get back into it once I get over this thing of like, I'm like just sort of here wandering, like without, I mean, I have a direction. I just don't really have, like, I don't really have like you know, a real plan except for just like settling down somewhere. You know, I'm heading into Mississippi, which is like fucking hot right now, so I don't know where I'll be settling down. But yeah, I'll see you when I see you.